All right, what's up, guys? Finally made it to the grocery store, so I have new coffee today. Well, got two new coffees. One, I got this McCafe Premium Roast Medium. The McDonald's, I haven't drank any coffee yet. It's the first thing I've done today was go to the store before it closed. So I am not caffeinated yet. I apologize if my brain is running. So the McDonald's coffee, which it's really good. I've always liked McDonald's coffee, especially recently. There was a thing where they kind of, sort of, almost stole Tim Hortons coffee, but not exactly. Just look that up. So we're gonna read the back of it. I've already brewed, though. You can probably hear the end of it wrapping up. It says, "Brighten your day with McCafe, a simply delicious coffee that keeps good going. Brew good by the cupful. Premium roasts bring the deliciously familiar taste from McCafe into the comfort of your own home. This medium roast blend is simply satisfying with a rich aroma, smooth body, and clean finish. Quality. We start with premium Arabica beans that expertly roast in a temperature controlled environment to bring out the best taste every time. And sustainability. Using 100% responsibly sourced coffee supports a healthier planet and an improved quality of life for farming communities." We'll talk about the other coffee tomorrow. But first, I've never had it black, I don't think. Maybe I have, because I used to get all my coffee black when, especially when I was like a delivery driver. It was just in the habit of drinking coffee black when it was better, as long as it wasn't like Folgers or something like that. Oh yeah, dude, that's really good. I could drink this without cream in it, no problem. Hmm. One of the reasons I started getting cream, though, I remember now, is because when I was in the Hobbit, I don't know what's going on with my brain today. When I was in the habit of, I'm gonna be in the next Hobbit movie. It's gonna be one of those things like Fast and Furious, where at some point there's just gonna be 17 Hobbit movies. When I was in the habit of drinking my coffee black, after like the second or third cup, it would start to turn my stomach. And I found out that putting a little bit of milk or creamer in it prevented that entirely. So we're gonna go get the fresh half and half and chop that in there, drop that in there. What the fuck? Yeah, we're chopping the half and half. Like, language centers are just not turned on yet, apparently. Um, we're gonna pour a little bit of the half and half in there. Honestly, that was so good. I doubt I even need any sugar whatsoever. I do have a full bin of sugar now, though. Mmm. Oh, dude, it's so creamy. Like, I don't know how they do it, but their coffee tastes kind of creamy. Then you throw like a little bit of half and half in there, and oh, it's delicious. I know a lot of people hate McDonald's and corporations in general, but they do have some of the best coffee. You have to give that to them. Oh my God, it's so good. Mm. I'm just gonna sit here making weird noises in front of the camera for the rest of the video. No, I'm kidding. I kind of went off the rails a little bit in the past two videos, so this is a bit of a chill one. We're just doing the update, and I do want to say Bazzite is the bazingas. I love it so much. It's the best operating system I've ever used besides maybe Windows XP, but I'm also wondering how much of that is nostalgia, because that's kind of the operating system I grew up on and when I was learning about PCs and stuff. Um, it's also the best Windows ever made. Uh, there's only two issues I've had with Bazzite so far, and let's just get those out of the way. One is that OBS isn't exactly fond of Bazzite. Uh, you can't link your accounts directly. which is kind of funny because when you use Windows or in a Ubuntu based system, apparently it still works on Ubuntu based systems. Bazzite is Fedora based. Should be wearing my fedora instead of a beanie right now, right? I have a couple of those laying around somewhere. Yes, I went through a fedora phase in college. Probably doesn't surprise you. In fact, I had like a little goatee back then instead of a full on beard. People used to tell me I looked like Jason Mraz. But yeah, so Bazzite doesn't really like OBS, and then it won't let me directly link my Restream account, which means I can't really use chat docs and stuff like that the same way I used to. I managed to get it all working just using the regular stream key, but I find it ironic because when I was on Windows and Mint, they were like very adamant about like this is the optimal way you should use OBS. You should only use OBS this way, and uh, don't use it through the normal stream key. And then like they're like you're only allowed to use it through the normal stream key now. And I asked if there was a way because on Mint, uh, we're not going to spend time talking about Flatpaks right now. I don't have the time for that. But for those of you who know, on Mint, I installed it through the Flatpak and it didn't work. So then, well, it didn't have the connect account button. So then I went and I found a direct Ubuntu installation, I'm pretty sure, that I got working on there. And that worked. It had the connect account button. I was able to get everything set up. But when I went into the Discord and asked for support in the Linux section, they were like, it's kind of rude to ask for support. It's not exactly what happened. Boil it down to make it fast for the video. But I was honestly shocked by like the lack of support from OBS, and then like the fact that when I asked again, they were like, yo, can you just like shut the fuck up and go away, basically. I was annoyed by how annoyed they were that I was asking for help, essentially. And meanwhile, the Bazzite Discord is exactly the opposite. If you ask for help in Bazzite, even if you're asking like some really dumb shit, and I've asked some things that I felt really dumb about, they'll just be like, yeah, don't do that. That's dumb shit. This is how you fix it. I'm like, cool, thank you. The Bazzite community is fucking awesome. I am seriously considering moving off OBS in the near future, but the problem is there doesn't seem to be anything better at the moment. I might make something better if I can find the time and money to do so, because honestly, there's so many little issues I have with OBS that I can't believe with like streaming and content creation being the massive like $1 trillion industries there are, that there isn't something better than OBS at this point. You know, I guess people are just so used to accepting like minimum viable products that they don't even be like, yo, why can't we get like an actual serious project? And I think XSplit or whatever it's called is supposed to be that, but they don't have any Linux support whatsoever. I've also heard some horror stories about it. I know Streamlabs OBS is supposed to be that, but I'll tell you what, I used Streamlabs when I first started. I think I used Studio for like a week or two. Then I discovered Streamlabs and I switched to that. And back then, the chatbot wasn't even online yet. I had a Streamlabs chatbot that I ran locally on my PC in a separate like browser or whatever it was. I forget how I had it set up. But originally you downloaded the Streamlabs chatbot and ran that locally on your PC. That's how long ago I was using Streamlabs. And then eventually it got to a point where as I was growing as a creator, there were just too many limitations to the software, and I also felt like it was super bloated and resource heavy compared to OBS Studio. So I went back to Studio so I could fix those things. But that's the one major, it's not even a major issue. It's just a minor issue because I got it working. It's just annoying that I can't use my chat dock like I used to, and I need to have a separate browser window open to chat with my chat. The other issue is I haven't gotten DaVinci Resolve to work yet. DaVinci Resolve has a Linux distribution that is supposed to work on Linux, but apparently I'm missing, missing a certain library or something. Oh, that tasted so good. I need more coffee. Apparently I'm missing a certain library or something. I plan to look at that this week, whether tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure. Significant portion of my time has been taken up by chores today, so maybe I don't exactly have the time to do all that today, but I'm definitely going to get DaVinci Resolve working. Maybe I even just do that on stream, you know? And yeah, I just want to say I absolutely love Bazzite. I've only played Warframe so far, but Warframe works absolutely fine on it, and I swear to God, looks even better than it ever did on Linux Mint, and generally runs smoother than it does on Windows. There were a couple times where it kind of like froze up or had trouble loading, but that's also sometimes just Warframe. So plus I like turned a few of the settings up graphically. So I'm not sure if that was Warframe or if that was my computer that was struggling, you know, because like Warframe's buggy as shit. There were common bugs that I know are Warframe side where like your squad names and health will disappear. And there was another bug I had where I'm a titanium main and I have 4 buffs that are all on the same ability and I cycle through them. And whenever I was casting one, it would show the cooldown timer on all 4. So I was never sure which buffs I had up, especially because you're like, well, that's easy, right? Just cast all 4 of them at the same time. It's not always that easy, especially when you're with other good players, because I need to target an enemy with that buff. So I'd cast like 1 or 2 buffs and then it would just disappear. And then I'd be like, did the second one land or not? I don't know, because all of my buffs show that they're up right now. But yeah, that's just normal bug frame. I don't think that specifically has anything to do with it being on Bazzite or Linux, because I experience those type of bugs all the time on Windows too. So I just want to say I absolutely love Bazzite in every way so far. The only frustrations I've discovered is that there's no connect account button on OBS, and OBS doesn't seem to care. In fact, they were annoyed that I cared, and I was just like, whatever. Thanks for the help, though. Then the other thing I've encountered is that DaVinci Resolve doesn't just install and run. And it would be nice if it did, but it's also not a huge thing anyways, because OBS does just install and run, and you can use a program that is just as powerful as DaVinci Resolve but has a little bit different workflow called Kdenlive. That's what I used on Linux Mint. That's a flat pack, so it will install and run no problem too. So if anyone is concerned about leaving Windows for Bazzite, there's nothing to be worried about. Everything else runs perfectly fine. And even the issue I have with OBS, it's just a quality of life issue, and it's an OBS project issue, not a Linux issue specifically. So I just want to throw that out there. But yeah, Bazzite is the bazingas. We've got this new coffee. I'm going to go make dinner and then go live. This one was a little bit longer than I want it to be. I'm doing my best to keep them under 10 minutes, but we hit the 15-minute mark. Regardless, I just want to say, delete Windows, de-Google yourself. I love all of you, and God bless America. Cheers.